This conference will now be recorded.
Hey guys, good morning. Anyone having any questions from any of the previous sessions? Anything related to data transform? Did you get a chance to watch the recording on data transform? Anyone? You didn't watch? Please confirm me. Shilpi didn't watch. Others?
I didn't.
Anusha, Sandhya, Sneha. Did you watch?
Yes, Nikhila.
Yes, madam.
I didn't watch Nikhila.
Okay. Surya, Suresh, Praveen. Guys, did you watch?
I did get to this one.
Okay. Surya, how about you? Looks like he went offline. Okay, guys, as I told you, without watching that recording, today's class will be like Greek and Latin for you. Okay, so what I will do is, I'll just give what to do. I can't take up today's session on data transform if you don't watch that recording. Mm, okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just give a quick high level recap of what a data transform is and everything. Okay, then I'll jump into today's topic, which is a continuation of the data transforms. So I'll just only give a high level intro. I want you people to go back, watch the recording and come back so that I can teach you much in detail about data transforms. Let me do one thing. Okay. I was prepared for something else and yeah, sharing my screen. Okay. So for those of you who did not watch data transform, I will just give a quick recap of what a data transform is and I will jump into today's requirement. Okay, so in the recording I have shared, I have explained about DT and the various actions that we can perform in the data transform. Okay, so a data transform is a substitute to your activity. So activity can do a lot of things, right? It can do property sets, page copies, setting errors, doing validations, calling the flows, calling data transforms, calling other activities, calling a lot of functions, doing RDB methods, OBJ methods. Lot of things you can do in an activity, and you're yet to learn more activities as well. Okay, so you can do a lot of things in the activity. Now, Pega always suggests you not to use activities because there is a performance issue and they ask you to look for anything else. So what we can do is if you're dealing with any property sets and page copies, okay, just you want to do some property set and page copy, they suggest you to use a data transform. Data transform, as the name itself indicates, transforming the data, processing the data means property sets, page copies, all these things we can do only in the data transform. Only property sets and page copies, nothing more than that you can do here. So I was just explaining you with an example in the last session recording. So this is the property, this is the value. You can set like this. This is a value list property. I give two values like this. This is a value group property. Subscript is a text. I can give values like this. This is a page list property values. Page group property values. Okay, so like this, you can do property sets and page copies in a data transform. You have other actions as well, like this. You can see you have remove, means property remove and page remove you can do. You have update page, means from one page to another page you can copy the data. Apply data transform to call another data transform. Sorting, writing some comments. Preconditions, just like in an activity you have when conditions, right? Before the step execution and after the step execution. So you can give when, otherwise when, means if this when condition is not true, you will check this when condition. If this is not true, again another when condition. So you can add as many whens as you want. And finally else when condition. Append and map to, just to copy data from one page list to another page list. If both the page lists belong to same class, this one. If both the page lists different classes, like one is work class and one is data class, we use this one. Okay, looping, exit from the loop, exit from the DT. I'm covering at a very high level because it's all explained very much in detail in the recording that I gave you. Okay, so at a high level I'm explaining you right now. So this is what a DT is. Just to do page copies, property sets, we use a DT, data transform. Okay, and I covered the most important interview questions so far on whatever on data transform we have. I would have covered in that recording. Please watch it. Now I have implemented one data transform for search by transaction ID. So in the search by transaction ID, view references means I can see where this rule is being called. Is it not being called anywhere? I didn't get it. Copy data to work page. Am I not? Oh, this is a deleted one. Sorry. This is a deleted one. Yeah, this is the one. View references means where are you using this? So this is being used in a data page. So in the last session recording, I have created a data transform in the fetch transaction details by tran ID, means transaction search you have right in the first screen, first radio button. Mhm. So this one, okay. Upon hitting search, this data page will get triggered and fetch me the data, right? Now I added a data transform here. Here I added a data transform, and in this data transform, whatever data you got from the report definition here, okay, it will be on a page called as data source.px results. It's a page list. Report definition, right? Multiple rows of data. So I'm copying that into py work page like this. Okay, if something is present on py work page, it will automatically display on the screen. So you can see here it is displaying automatically on the screen. Card number, account number, transaction amount, and transaction date, whatever I have set here. Okay, please watch the recording before tomorrow's session. Okay, I kept reminding you in the group multiple times. I've been texting you since 2 days to watch it. Still some people didn't do it. Okay, so this is what I have taught in the recording, guys, how to copy the data using a data transform. So this was for one page list. To work page, py work page we have copied. So today I have another example for you, that is on the second radio button. On the second radio button, search by account number. Okay, so when you hit on the search, okay, no need to hit on the search button. You're just getting the data like this, right? Oh, yeah. So here you may get multiple rows of data like this. Okay, so when you get multiple rows of data, I want the user to select for how many transactions he has issue. So he's dealing with some fraud transactions or some non-fraud transactions. So for how many transactions he has issue, he can get a checkbox here. He can select the checkbox, and upon selecting the checkbox, those transactions should be copied to the next screen. So for these transactions, he has issues. Out of 10 transactions which are displaying, maybe for 2 or 3 he has issue. So those selected transactions I want to display in the next screen. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a property for the checkbox. How will I know whether the checkbox is enabled or disabled? I should have a property, right? If you enable it, checkbox property will have some value. If you disable it, checkbox property will have a value. Unlike buttons will not have any values, right? Just only on click. Hyperlink, only on click, right? Those are all on clicks. Checkbox is not like that, just like a radio button. They will have some value. But for radio buttons, you give something like this, whatever you wish to give, like this, right? Visa, MasterCard, Maestro, like this. But that's not the case with a checkbox. Checkbox will have only two values: true, false. If checkbox is enabled, true. Checkbox is disabled, false. Only two values. Okay. So now I'm going to create a property for the checkbox. I thought I have explained this in the last recording. Okay, let me check once. Okay. Let me quickly create a property then. Mm, Shilpi, can you tell me how to create a property? Shilpi, are you there?
I was talking in mute, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, just go and create bulk if you want to create the bulk, but we are not doing it. So just create here.
Okay. Oh, Haripriya, I just saw your chat. Sorry, I couldn't hear you, Haripriya. Yeah. So I would like to call it as select. Okay. The checkbox name is going to be as select. Now get inside. Now tell me, which data type should I choose? Anyone from the session? Which data type should I choose for the checkbox?
Yeah, like,
True or false?
And
True
Exactly
and
right.
false,
True
brother.
or
yeah,
false? Exactly right. True or false. Okay. Why? Because as I told you, checkbox will not have any values. You can't give whatever value you wish. By default, checkbox means true or false. Is it enabled? True. Disabled? False. That's it. So I'm going to save this. Okay. See, when you give true or false, automatically the control came as checkbox. Now my property creation is done. Okay. Close the property. Now in the section, I have to add a checkbox. Now, Suresh, can you tell me how to add a checkbox in the section? Please help me with the navigation.
uh, go to the UI. I'm just saying UI. Go
Okay,
to UI
okay, okay.
section.
Hmm.
Select info.
Okay. Just for your info,
Request.
checkboxes you will find under pickers. Perfect. Okay, so I'm supposed to drag a checkbox. Let me go down in the screen. Okay. How do I add a new column here? Suresh, to you only. How do I add a new column, Suresh? I need a column to add the checkbox, right?
Yeah, I think right click on the arrow on the dot above the card number.
Insert column, left.
Yeah.
Either this way, or you can keep your pointer here and click on these icons. Now, these are also to insert.
Okay.
Okay. Now, no label for the checkbox. Okay, because it's a checkbox, no label. Go to pickers and take your checkbox control, drag and drop. Okay. I'm just going to remove this because I don't need this checkbox, don't need a label. And just map your property. Don't forget that. If you don't map the property, the value of the checkbox will not be stored anywhere. So make sure you map the property like this. Now submit, save. Let's test your changes. And remember that it is in your checkout. So your changes will work only for you. Now, if I log in as manager at HDFC or Adya at HDFC or Sharath at HDFC, this checkbox changes will not appear for them because, guys, please go on mute. The lady, Sneha, please go on mute. Okay. These changes will not reflect for them because these changes are only for me. It's under my control, only for my operator. So please remember, if you have something in your checkout, it's not going to work for your teammates. Only after you check in, it is going to work. Now, I'm done with my changes. I would like to go create a work object, and just change the data. It will automatically refresh the screen, right? Just click outside. See, why is it showing us true and false? Why is the checkbox not coming? Anyone, any idea?
Didn't optimize the property, correct?
I didn't optimize the property. If I didn't optimize, data shouldn't, data is coming, right? See, if you look at this is read only, right? Can I edit the data? No. Whole thing is read only. Do you see? Then what does this mean? This is also read only. It is just getting the value and displaying in a read only mode. So if I want to enable and disable, this should be in editable mode, right? The whole row is in read only mode. That's the reason this is also read only. So what you have to do is simple. Go to your table layout. This is read only. That's the reason the value is coming instead of allowing me to enable and disable it. So go to the presentation tab. Okay. Just mention it as editable. Okay. Just mention it as editable. Submit. Save. Same old work object. You can see I got the checkbox now. So the issue is entire layout is in a read-only mode. So this was not editable. So it was just getting me the value of it. As it is disabled, it was false. Now take something like this. Okay. I got two results. Now whatever row I have selected, okay, I want this to be, copied to a different page. Now where is this one? Where is the data coming from? It's coming from a data page, right? What is the reusability here? It's a thread level data page. Means within the same work object, you can reuse it as many times as you want. Thread means only within the same work object you can reuse, right? Now, when I click on the select button and I click on submit, okay, let's see what will happen. I clicked on the select button and I clicked on submit. Go to clipboard. Data pages are found under data pages category. Mine is a thread level data page. Okay, so this is a parameterized data page, right? So in the brackets, you will see the parameters like this. So you can see for different parameters I have. You can see D underscore fetch transaction details by account number without any parameter, with only account number and no date, with account number and tran date as August 4th, and with account number and tran date as August 1st. This is how parameterized data pages are stored on the clipboard. For every combination of parameter, they will create a separate data page like this. So you see 4 data pages with same names but different parameters. So next time if you try to fetch data for these parameters, they will fetch it from the clipboard. They will not hit the DB again. For this parameters, if you try to fetch, they will fetch it from the clipboard. They will not hit the DB again. Okay. Anyways, now enable this right now. For which one we are checking? For 80, 90 or 91? Okay, maybe 90. PX results. Oh, select is false, means I didn't select the checkbox. Okay, maybe for the other one I was trying. Where are the PX results here? Oh, yeah. Okay, you can see select is true. Means for this combination of data, okay, I got two results like this. And only first record I have selected. So select is true. Second record, select is false. Okay. Anyone, any queries so far about parameterized data pages on the clipboard or about the select button being true and false on the clipboard? Okay. If no queries, very good. Now it's good that select value is coming on the clipboard and whatever data is selected, I want to display on the next screen. I can display it, whatever, whichever page is having select as true. Okay, this particular page data, I will copy to py work page. I will display it on the next screen, which is a quite easy task for me. But the only problem here is data page is a reusable page. I'm going to use this in multiple places on my work object. Now what if it is requested level or node level? If you select a particular record like this being a reusable page, everybody will get this particular record as selected, right? As it is a thread level, whichever screen I go, by default, the select checkbox or the checkbox will be enabled for this particular record because these are reusable pages, right? On the reusable page, I have kept the select checkbox as true. So wherever I refer this page, automatically this will come as true. For this set of parameters, it will come as true. So what I want to do is, I don't want to keep this select box true or false on the data page because data page is a reusable page. Okay, I don't want that to have true and false. And let's say, for example, in the data page, suppose you have any refresh strategy. Okay, and maybe they refreshed and they flushed your page. They flushed your page from the server. What will happen? This true and false value will be gone, right? Maybe for some reason they restarted the server or they flushed the page manually from here. Okay, or they used any other refresh strategy to flush the page. What will happen? This page will be removed from the clipboard. Then what will happen? This particular data will be gone. So what I want to do is, I don't want to use a data page in this scenario. From data page, I want to copy all the data into some clipboard page. Okay, and then I will have to use the select checkbox and copy the data to py work page. Okay, so what I am planning to do is, here in the table layout, the source of my table layout is a data page, right? So I don't want to use a data page here because select and unselect values are getting stored on the data page, which may affect my other screens because it's getting stored on the data page. That is one reason. Second reason is, if they flush the data page or they delete the data page or they restart the server, the data page will be gone. If it is gone, I will lose the values which are entered by the user. Like for which one he has selected select and for which one he has given unselect, I will lose that data if the page is flushed. It's not permanently stored anywhere, right? Only data which is present on py work page is permanently stored. Whatever is present on data page is only for that requester session or only for that node level or only for that work object level. If you close the work object, data page will be gone from the clipboard. So whatever is selected and unselected will be gone. Or if you log out, data page is gone. If you restart the server, data page is gone. So what I want to do is I want to take a page list, maintain the select and unselect transactions on that page list, and whatever is selected, I will copy to py workpage to store it permanently. Okay. So the main reason behind taking this example is I want you people to learn how to display data using a page list property. Okay. So first, let's create a page list property. Why page list? Because I'm getting multiple rows of data from the data page. So I need a page list. I don't need a page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a property. Okay. One second. Let me see the same, property names so that there will not be any confusion. Yes. I'm going to create a property called as dot transaction list. Oh, why did I give a dot here? Yeah, it's removed. Okay. It's a page list. Now, whenever you say it is a page list, they will ask you which class properties you want to keep on this page list. Okay. They're going to ask you which class properties you want to keep on this page list. Now, which class you kept here? Data transaction details data. So I'm going to keep in this. Okay. Save your changes. Now, what next? I want to copy all this data page details, okay, into a page list. Just copy all the data into a page list. After copying this, in the UI, I will use a page list to display the data instead of data page. Okay. And then whatever I'm clicking on select will be stored on this page list on py workpage permanently. Okay. So what is my next step? Whatever data I got from data page, I want to copy to transaction list page. Okay. Now, no, I didn't take screenshots for that, I think. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you with an activity how to copy data from one page list to another page list. Then I will teach you using a data transform how to copy data from one page list to another page list. So first, starting with activity, create technical activity. Copy data from page list to page list. This is not the way we name in real time. Okay. If it is a real time, I would have named it as copy data to transaction list. Like that, I would have named it. Okay. Just because you're learning it and you have to understand that page list to page list copy I'm teaching you, I named it this way. Okay. Copy data from page list to page list. One second. Okay. Copy data from page list to page list. Okay. Now create. Okay. So there are two page lists here. Actually, the data is coming into data page. I'm using data page till day. But just now I made a decision that on data page, I don't want to maintain the values of my checkboxes because data page gets flushed every now and then. So I don't want to maintain my work object data related select checkboxes on data page. I want to create my own pages and maintain the info there. Okay. So I thought that, let me use, page list property. Output of all this, let me keep it on the page list property. And whatever select and unselect they do, I will maintain on this page list property only. And I will reuse it throughout the application. Okay. So right now, all the data is present on data page. I want to copy it to transaction list page. Okay. So source is this one. Destination is this one. From here to here. Go ahead. Which method can I use to copy the data? Anyone?
Page copy.
Page copy we can use to copy the data. Expand it. Source page, destination page. Copy. Never type because you may make spelling mistakes or case sensitivity mistakes. Destination. Save. Mhm. I didn't throw any warnings. Okay. Now let's run and see how it will behave. Oh, hold on. This is a parameterized data page, right? Did you pass parameters? No. Then this is not going to work. This is parameterized data page. You have to pass the parameters. Okay. And very important interview question. How do you call or refer a parameterized data page? What is the syntax? Very important from interview point of view. So the syntax to call a parameterized data page is give your data page name, square brackets open. What is your parameter name? First parameter name, account number, colon. What is the value you want to pass to that parameter? So you have to pass some values, right? Like you saw on the clipboard. You saw on the clipboard here, right? In the square brackets, you're passing some values. So what is the value you want to pass? Account number entered by user on PY work page or on the work object is my value. So I want to give here PY work page dot account number. As I am using a page, you are supposed to define it as pages and classes, right? And work page always belongs to your case type class. So I'm going to give here py workpage dot account number property. Hey, please check on the work object. Okay, what is your account number property, spelling, case sensitivity, and everything, and give that one. Okay, don't type whatever I am typing. On py workpage, what is my account number? Look at the spelling, case sensitivity, exactly the same thing here. Okay, perfect. Now, comma. What is the second property? It is stranded. Copy paste it. Don't type. Stranded colon. User entered transaction date. So on the PY work page, what is the value of transaction date? This one. Transaction date. Copy. Come back. PY workpage dot transaction date. So like this, what is the syntax to refer a parameterized data page? Data page name and within the square brackets, your parameter name colon value. Now let's say for example, some parameters you don't have any values and you don't want to pass. No need to mention them here. Okay. Out of two parameters here, I can just only pass account number and I can ignore transaction date. Not necessary. If it is not a mandatory parameter, not necessary. Okay, and no need to worry about the sequence. You can give tran date first and account number later, no problem. Okay, no need to worry about the sequence. Now this I'm pasting here. Save. Okay, now let's run and see will it work or not. Actions run, turn on the tracer. I will take full tracer instead of trace open. I'm taking full tracer.
But should we run it from the uh, object because it has PY work
Not.
page?
Oh, yeah, exactly right. I give PY work page, right? Let me do one thing. For time being, I will hard code the values. Okay. So for time being, what will I do is I will hard code the values. Because I just want to show you something in the syntax. Clipboard and work object thread. 120 is my account number and 2023-0801 is the brand rate. Instead of py workpage.account number, I will just hard code the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, and I have a comma, and for tran date, remove it and write down the tran date after colon 2023-0801. Is that the one? Yes. Okay. See, this is what I wrote. Data page name, parameter name, colon. Oh, why is py work page here? Good, I pasted it. Okay. Hard coded value. Let me give it in quotes. Again, tran date followed by this. Okay. Save your changes. Perfect. Okay. Now let's see what will happen. Expecting a defect. So just want to show you that. Run again. Okay. It says success, which means the data got copied to the which page? This page, transaction list page. Now, where will you find transaction list page? This is the primary page when you run a rule standalone, right? So go to this primary page. Oh, why it is not coming? Oh, there is no data here. Why there is no data here? No data on the data page. That is the reason it's not coming. Just a second. Thread level. Okay. So we give the same way, right? Tran date colon 2023-0801. And account number. What is wrong?
Can we try
Standard.
copying this value?
Hold on, let me check. See, here is the one which we gave. Okay, it is coming. Just in the tracer, I'm not able to see. Yeah, it's coming here. Just in the tracer, I'm not able to see. Okay, fine. My expectation was, even in the tracer, the PX result should be visible here. So you can see only the top level page. I was expecting even the PX results should appear here. I don't know why it is not appearing. Generally, ideally, it should appear. Okay, but on the
Nikhila,
clipboard,
their
mhm.
deepest load is not completed, so we can't see the data at the moment.
So you're saying loading is not completed? It is completed, right?
It's completed in fifth step, right? Not the fourth one.
Okay, but okay, let me do one thing then. Let me add the D page again here. Okay, you can just even give it like a step page here and then you can see it. Just like a step page, I'm giving it. What is wrong? Oh, okay. Anyway, see. Okay. See, top level pages, they belong to code Pega list, right? So I'm going to give that code hyphen Pega hyphen list. Whenever you deal with top level pages in a page list, top level page belongs to code Pega list and results page belongs to your class. Oh, this belongs to your class. Actually, there's a syntax mistake. Okay, I wanted to show you that. Let me do it. Result count 2. Okay, you got 2 records of data. Now, did it get copied to the transaction list page? See, there is no transaction list page here. Okay, it's not coming. Okay, let me check on the clipboard. You are in standard thread. Okay. Do you see any page list called as transaction list? Here, you see. Okay. Now you can see it got copied. Okay, the data got copied. Okay, so the data got copied from your data page to this one. Okay, any questions so far, guys? Okay, perfect. Now,
Nikhila, I
actually, I
have one
want,
doubt.
yes, please.
Can't we use the limit single data page in the data page uh, page
We can
load?
use
Yeah,
we can use that. When do you use that? You don't want to have data pages with multiple parameters, then you use it. But what is the benefit of having a parameterized data page? If you're trying to hit the data page with the same set of parameters, you don't want to call the source rule or report definition or activity again. You don't want to hit the DB again and get the data. So if you say limit data to single data page, what will happen? The data pages will be deleted. Only one latest parameterized page will be there. So you're not getting the benefit of that one, right? So only if you want to remove it, you can enable that. Otherwise, don't enable that.
because with the same data page name, we are seeing many data pages in the clipboard, right?
Yes, that is because with different parameters you are trying them. With the same parameter, it will not maintain so many instances. I'm trying with different parameters, right? Different account numbers, different transaction date combinations I'm trying. So that is the reason you see multiple. The same one will not be there. You go to the work object thread, data pages, thread level. Do you see this? This doesn't have an account number. This has 01 and 90 account number ending with 01 and 90 account number. This is only account number, no transaction date. So like this, different combinations. That's the reason they are maintaining it. Otherwise, they'll not maintain for the same combination.
But in this one, if we have 5 data pages, we will be using only one, right? So the for the
Whatever parameters you are passing, for that matching data page, whatever is there, we will use that. The rest all we are not going to use, but it is reusable, right? If I'm trying with a different set of parameters, I need not hit the report definition again and database again. So if they find a matching page with the matching parameters, they will reuse the page instead of hitting the DB again.
yeah, okay, Nikhila. Yeah, got it.
Okay, so which checkbox he is talking about, I'll explain you that, guys, later. Anyways, so this is one way to copy the data from one page list to another page list. Okay, so just mention your page list name here and the second page list name here, and you will copy the data. Okay, now in tomorrow's session, I will explain you how to use this append, current, prepend. We have few keywords. Okay, I'll explain you those, teaching you page copy method. For now, I just want to stop here, not to dive deep into those keywords. Now, this is how you copy a page list to a page list. Okay, there's another way to copy as well, which I want to cover in tomorrow's session. Like this, we copy the data. Okay, now the data is copied. Now what next? Hey, we hard coded the values, right? Let's not hard code the values. Let us keep the dynamic values here. I'm just keeping the dynamic values here and saving my changes. Okay. Now, but why is this getting mhm. Okay, yeah. Now let me go to the work object and call this on the work object. So on the work object screen, okay, here when you hit on the search button, okay, I want to call this activity and copy the data to transaction list page. And after the data gets copied, this table layout I want to populate using transaction list page. Okay, so what I will do now is I'm going to give my activity name here. Copy data from page list to page list. Submit. Open the table layout. I'm going to use a property dot transaction list. See, this is all gone. The data is all gone. You have to reconfigure it again. Okay, guys, please give the headings as well. Okay, I'm not giving it right now. Please give the headings again because I have some testing pending. After that, we will, redesign the UI. Now close everything. Create a new work object. Go with search by account number. Please turn on the traces because we want to know if something is going wrong. Play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and the date is 1st of August. I didn't get any data. Did you see? I didn't get any data here. Hit on the search button. Only when you hit on the search button, the activity will be called and data will be copied to transaction list, page list, right? So I hit on the search button. Now you can see this activity, copy data from page list to page list, got triggered. Okay, here page copy is completed. Activity ended. I went to PY work page. Is there any page list called as transaction list here? No. Okay. Then where is the data? Let me go to clipboard. Okay. It is here. Transaction list is here. Okay. It's on PX results. I have the data like this, whatever data I got from the data page. Okay. Any questions so far, guys? Now, what did we do? Please try to understand. Initially, I created a property called as transaction list. It's a property. Okay. I created a property called as transaction list. It's a page list property. See, if you expand it, you will see the properties of data class. Data class properties will come if you expand it because it's a page list property. Now, after creating the page list property, what did I do? I wrote an activity to teach you how to copy data from one page list to another page list. I copied it. It is working. But the problem is it's coming like a clipboard page. It's coming like a clipboard page. Why did I create transactionist property? Because I want that data to be stored on PY workpage permanently. But whereas it is coming like a clipboard page, see, it's a transactionist clipboard page. But my expectation was under PY workpage, I want a property like this transaction list. Okay. And in this, I want to store my data, the list of transactions. But it is coming like this, like a clipboard page it is coming. This is not what I wanted. Why I don't want a clipboard page? See, if I'm in this work object, right? But why is the data not displaying? At least it has to display. Oh, okay. I referred a clipboard page and this one. Okay. I'll explain you. See, my expectation is the data was supposed to be on py workpage dot transaction list. But what is happening here? It is coming like a separate clipboard page. Now, what is the disadvantage with this? If I close the work object, okay, I'm done for the day. I am logging out. Okay, I close the work object. Tomorrow, if I come back and reopen that work object, and if you go to this option, the data is gone. If you go to clipboard, transaction list page is gone. That's a clipboard page, right? It is not permanent. Only data which is present on py workpage is permanent. It is saved to DB and fetched from DB when you reopen the work object. So the data is gone. Okay. And what is happening here? Why is the data not displaying here? Because you are expecting data on transaction list page. You said dot transaction list means on py work page there should be a page called as transaction list, and from that it will display the data. But what is happening now? A clipboard page got created transaction list, and they are expecting data on that, so that is the reason it's not working. Okay, any questions so far? So it is not wise to use a clipboard page. I want to use a page list property under py workpage. So under py workpage, there should be something called as transaction list in which I want to keep my data so that it is permanent. Even tomorrow, if I open the work object, the data will be there. Not like the clipboard pages. It will not be gone. If I log off or if I close the work object, they will not be gone. Any questions so far, guys? Okay. So now I'm going to teach you how to copy this into py work page. So what I will do here is I will write py workpage dot transaction list. Save your changes. Oh, I defined py workpage. I didn't. Oh, now you see I declared it in pages and classes, right? But why is the error coming? See, the error says, invalid expression. You should use some keyword called as current. What is wrong? So this is my source page, right? This is my source page. This is my destination page. I want destination page under py workpage so that it will be there permanently. So I gave py workpage. Why is this current coming? Any idea? Okay. So this is what I wanted to teach you. I thought of covering it tomorrow, but anyways. So there are some keywords called as current, append, okay, which we use very frequently in real time. Current means, okay, when you're looping on this, right? Suppose there are 20 pages in this page list. Okay, so for each and every page you have to copy into this, right? So you're looping, you're iterating, and you're copying. So you have to use for each and every page. So you have to use looping here. You have to say for each embedded page. We don't use this and these much, guys. 90% of the times we'll be using only this option. Okay, this is for value list and value group. Actually, value list and value groups we are not using much in real time. Okay, they're like kind of deprecated. We are not using them much. Mostly we'll be using page lists only. They are not deprecated, but I'm saying that kind of, we are not using them much. For loop we use. Okay, and this one we use. A lot and lot we use this. This is used generally when you want to copy from a page list to another page list. We use this. When you want to copy from one page to another pages, please remember you have to use for each embedded page. Embedded page means sub pages. Under d underscore fetch transaction details, you have px results, right? Px results is an embedded page, right? So for every embedded page, no need to give the class, okay? For every embedded page, I want to copy into this. Okay, save. Still there is a different error. Do you see? You're referring a page list or a page group, right? So what you have to do is you have to give it here, not here. Here you have to give. So Control X. Do you see the explanation here? Here you have to give. Okay. Save. Again there is an error. It's a list or group, right? You said for each embedded page. So it is a page list property. Then where is the page list in this? You know page list means PX results, right? All your data is always present on PX results. And what is PX results? Open any PX results. What is PX results? It's a page list. Okay. Why did they give dollar class? For your page list property, you gave data class, right? Why did they give dollar class? Dollar class means as of now, we don't know what class it belongs to. At runtime, we will decide whatever class it is. So if I'm using it, I may give data class. If you're using it, you may give work class. If somebody else is using it, they may give int class. So this class keeps changing. That is the reason we give dollar class. And if you check on your clipboard, if you check on the clipboard, oh, maybe I need to try again to get that. Okay. So on PX results, you will have the data, right? Data is present on PX results, right? So if you try again, I will get the data. Try again to get the data. 8/1/2023. Search button. Okay. Now if I go to clipboard, data pages category, thread level. Why is
Nikhila,
this
you gave
not
seven.
reflecting?
Wrong date.
I gave some wrong. Oh yeah, it is 8. It should be again clipboard. Data pages category, thread level data page. What is wrong here? Okay, maybe there's some issue. It's not displaying on the clipboard. Okay, let me change the tracer. Clear, play. Okay, you know that, right? Data is always present on PX results like this. Your data, right? So where is the data? It is present on PX results. So what you have to do here, it's very important to know the syntax, guys. If you're trying to copy from one page list to another page list, this is how we do. First, you have to mention that for each embedded page, because you're trying to loop and copy every embedded page. And what is embedded page here? PX results. I have two embedded pages here. So two I want to copy. Now in the syntax, you have to give the PX results as well. Otherwise, how will Pega get to know on which it has to loop? So PX results, it's case sensitive. Please give it properly. PX results. Now save your changes. Again, you will get error. The error is you have to give that keyword here. What keyword? I will tell you. Append. Why should I give append here? Because you're copying from this page list to this page list, right? It's not one single page. So how this works is for each embedded page. Okay, so what will happen? For PX results of 1, they will copy all this data into this one. Again, for PX results of 2, all this data into this one. Now, if I don't mention append, what will happen? First PX results of 1 will be copied. Then PX results of 2 will override PX results of 1. Means only one data will be stored. So if I want all the data, you have to say append. Append means add on top of it. So first give PX results of 1. Then append PX results of 2. Then append px results of 3. So I'm adding and adding and adding. So that is the reason we say append. If you forget append keyword, only one final result will be stored. Earlier ones will be overridden. So first pixels of 1 will be stored. Results of 2 will override results of 1. Results of 3 will override results of 2. So they will override it. So please remember, if you want the data to get appended, make sure you use the keyword append, means add, add. After 1, add 2. After 2, add 3. After 3, add 4. Okay. Now save. Let's see if this works. Actually, there's something else we are supposed to do. Let's see anyways. Okay. Now, oh, I want to try it from the work object screen, not from here. Scroll down, PY work page. See, okay. You can see it got copied without any issue. Okay. But generally, you will see in real-time projects, we also use a keyword like this. That is, we use the keyword here. Okay, don't get confused. It works either with or without the keyword. So here we use a keyword called as current. Current means whatever is the current row of data, copy to this one, and here you say append means last, at last you add it. Okay, even without giving current it will work, but just in case if you see it, that is the purpose, guys. So you're iterating, right? You're looping. First pixels of 1, so current means pixels of 1. So current pixels of 1 we want to copy into this, and we say append. See, this is the syntax I wrote for both, guys. This is so after px results, small brackets open, greater than less than symbol, current means current record, pxels of 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. And here you say append. Append means first it is 1, after that 2, after that 3, after that 4. Don't override, append. Okay, so this is how you copy from a page list to another page list. If you want to keep the data on py work page or any other top level page, this is how you copy. Okay, if there is no top level page, you can directly say transaction list like we did in the beginning, but the data will not be present on any top level page. It will be directly a separate clipboard page. Okay, so if you want like a separate clipboard page, do like we done in the beginning. Just give page copy, source page, destination page, that's it. If you have any top level page like py work page or something, then you have to use this option. You have to give your page list here. You have to give append keyword here. You have to do all these things if you have a top level page. If you don't have a top level page, if you have only this page, then you can just give page copy, source page, destination page like we did in the beginning. If you have top level page, step page should come, looping should come, current keyword and append keyword should come. Okay, so I'm just keeping this here. Any questions so far, guys? Have a look at it and let me know if you have any questions.
Nikhila, what do you
Yes.
mean by top class, top page?
Top level pages means
PY?
now if I no any top level page. So if I go to clipboard now, okay, see under py work page,
Okay.
I will find a page. Where is this one? Transaction list. Is it not refreshed or something? Oh, hold on. Oh my god. Some issue with the clipboard. The data is coming here but not showing on the clipboard. Py work page.
Mhm.
Oh, where is my page? It's coming in the UI, it's not reflecting here. Okay, anyways, top level page means the page at the top. Okay, Let me show you now. If it doesn't visible, I'll show you on any of the existing pages on the clipboard. PY work page, where it is. Oh yeah. Oh, there's some issue with my clipboard. Let me log off and relog in. Anyway, see top level page means look at this. PX flow is under PY work page, right? So top level page for this is PY work page. Under PX flow, again, you can have n number of pages. Okay. For all of them, top level page is PY work page. Top level page means the page at the top. That is called as top level page. Okay.
The
So
parent of
initially when
that,
I
right?
yeah, parent
Yeah.
of that,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. So in the initial, example when I taught you, I didn't have a top level page. I was blindly copying from this to transaction list. Okay. But that way I don't want to store the data. I want my data to be present on PY work page. So now PY work page is my top level page. Inside that I have transaction list. So if I want to copy like this, then you have to mention the loop. You have to mention on which page list you want to iterate along with PX results. Okay. And you have to mention current here and append here. Only then it is going to work. Okay. Now, if I log
Nikhila,
out and
one
log
doubt,
in,
Nikhila.
yes, please.
Earlier
You
we
go.
have used page copy from the data page to the transaction list page. It was working. So, but we mentioned py work page dot transaction is what's the difference, Nicola? Why we need to loop?
That's what I was telling, right? Top level page. So you earlier, it was just X to Y. So the data got copied. Now it is from X to Y dot something. Let me write it down in a document. See, it is like this. So earlier you were copying from a data page into a page called as transaction list. Okay. So here you have PX results. Whatever PX results you have here, it will be copied to this. So no problem. Right. So on data page, I have data page dot PX results. Maybe 5 results are there. All the 5 will be copied to this one. Now, what is the problem here? This is a clipboard page. If I log off and relog in, or if I close the work object, this page will be gone, means the data is gone. So I'm not permanently storing the data anywhere. But I want this data to be stored permanently, because tomorrow, if I want to go back and check, I need this on clipboard. So what I thought is like, let me keep it on PY work page because I want this data permanently. So now what I'm supposed to do, from data page.px results, okay, if you want it to be stored permanently, we are keeping it on py workpage. Py workpage dot transaction list dot px results. So multiple levels you are embedding, right? PX results is inside transaction list page, which is inside PY work page. So when you have this many levels of embedding, you have to use that keyword and you have to do copy the data.
No, we don't have px results, right? It's a transaction list is a page list.
Oh yeah. See, end of the day, instead of here, you'll have like this, right?
Yeah, one
Transaction list of
transaction list,
one,
one,
two.
two, three. Yeah,
So
sub
this is a
levels.
page list, right? End of the day, this property is there. I mean, like embedded results are there. Page inside page you have. So when you're copying like this, see here it is only 2 levels. Here it's only 3 levels. So you should use the keyword. Otherwise, Pega will not
So
understand.
page copy, does it work only for the single level, Nicola? So if we have two embedded like this, then we have to loop and
Then we
copy
have
the
to use
data.
copy the data and using you have to write down loop. In the step page, you have to write PX results. Inside, you have to use current and append keyword. Current is non-mandatory, append is mandatory.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
I logged off and re-logged in because I'm having some issue with the clipboard. Data is not visible on the clipboard. Let me try again. But you can see data is coming on the UI because it's on the clipboard. I'm thinking maybe because we didn't submit the screen, it's not coming on the clipboard. So I submitted the screen. Let me see now. Okay, yeah, you can see here. Okay, you can see the data like this. Py work page dot, you have transaction list. It's a page list and you can see the data like this. Okay. So today we just learned how to copy data from one page list to another page list in two different ways. One, if I want to copy the data from only one top level page to another top level page, just use page copy, give your source page, destination page. If you want to copy it into a nested structure, page inside page, then please make sure you have to give looping. You have to have the px results or whichever page is a page list. Px results is a page list, right? Whichever is a page list, you have to mention that. And here, append keyword. If you don't give append, it will override the data. See, suppose if in your case, it is not px results. Okay, let's say here it is something else like transaction list or something like this. So let me do one thing. Now you have data on transaction list, right? Py work page dot transaction list, you have data, right? Suppose you want to loop on this. Okay, for each embedded page. Okay, I'm looping on this. You just need to mention the page list here. In this example, the page list is px results. Okay, so I gave that. In this example, transaction list is the page list. You saw on the clipboard, right? Transaction list of 1, transaction list of 2 means page list is transaction list. Transaction list is a page list property, right? You just created that. So whatever is your transaction, page list property, that should be on the step page. If it is looping, what I want you to understand is it is not always px results. Okay, not always px results. Whatever is your page list, that should be here. So in this case, this is my page list, so I'm looping on this. And let's say we can just do some property set. Okay, and I will make select as true for everything. Dot select is equals to true. By default it's false, right? I'm setting it to true. Just to show you I'm doing all this. Okay, not as a part of your project requirement, just to teach you how to loop. Turn on the tracer. Just allow me a minute. Okay, now come down. Where is my step 2? Is it not saved? Only step 1 is here. Maybe step 2 is not saved. Acha, I didn't even get the data. What will it loop on?
Date.
Okay, now you can see here. Step 1, ignore about it. Step 2 is what I wanted to teach you, right? See, I'm looping on this. I'm on transaction list of 1. I'm on transaction list of 2. And if you can see in the beginning, on transaction list of 1, there is no select. If you get inside, select, I have set it to true. Again, transaction list of 2 in the beginning, there's nothing as select. At the ending, you can say I have set it as true. So this is how we loop, guys. So just want you to remember that you should give the page list property and the step page. Whatever is your page list property, you have to give here in the step page. It can be px results, it can be transaction list, it can be x, it can be y, it can be z. But whatever is your page list on which you want to loop, on which you want to iterate, that should be given here when you say for each embedded page. So how will Pega get to know? You said for each embedded page. Now which page? So this page. Okay. Now I'm commenting this step because we don't need this. I'm commenting it. Any questions so far?
One silly question, but why did we use the checkbox then?
Oh, no, I commented this, right? I just for teaching, I told you that. So
Okay.
if you do now, it will not be there. See. Oh, look at this. It's getting appended. Do you see?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Why? Because we use append keyword here. We use append keyword here, right? So it is appending. See, if I click two more times, it will be six. The same result is coming a number of times.
Mm.
How should I fix this, guys? Any idea how should I fix this? Anybody?
Here it's
See, so please tell me.
So how many times it will append?
As many times as you click.
Oh.
You don't append, right? So every time it will just append to the existing
need
data.
to clear the page.
Exactly
Page
right.
new we can make it,
Clear.
right?
Yeah, you can either do page new, you can remove the pages, clear the pages. Okay, let's clear the page. We will not do page new because PY work page is there, right? If you say page new, PY work page will also be gone. So let's clear the page. So what we will do is page remove. Clearing a page is nothing but deleting the page. So every time when this activity is triggered, let's delete the old page and then copy the data. If you don't delete the old page, it is appending to it. So just like this. So py workpage dot transaction list means I'm deleting only transaction list. Okay, I'm not deleting py workpage. Only transaction list I'm deleting. Save. Oh, it's a page list, right? Again, this current and all will come. Oh my goodness. So for each embedded page, I have to remove every single page. Pixels of 1, pixels of 2, you have to remove every single page, right? So that is the reason you have to give for each embedded page. Save. Again, you have to give here because you're using loop. As I told you, whenever you have loop, you have to mention here. Then no need to give here, guys. It will anyways remove for the step page. No need to give here. Okay. Whenever you say loop, please remember page list should be mentioned here. What is page list? Transaction list in my example. Okay. So now run and see. This issue will not come because first you are deleting the page, then you are appending the data. See. Now go to the tracer. First I'm deleting the page. How many pages? Oh my goodness, see this many pages I have. I deleted all the pages still. Still step 16, it is only about deleting. After deleting, then I started appending the data. Okay. Now, same thing. How can I do using a data transform? I'm going to teach you. After that, I will teach you the use of this checkbox. Okay. Same thing with a data transform. Now you learn with an activity, right? And you are masters of activity now. So with a data transform, how can we do this? Same name
Nikhila,
I will
if
give.
when we use
Yes.
page remove, it's in the primary context of the py work page only, right? We can give dot transaction list. Why we need to
Yes,
again loop
yes,
and
yes.
remove that one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even if you give dot transaction list, it will not delete here because you have multiple pages in this, right? So it will not remove. But anyways, let me give a try because sometimes, even I don't recollect few things. So let me try. But as far as I remember, this is how we have to do. Let's give a
So
try
downside
once.
page, not strip page.
No, dear, no, dear, it's not allowing. Look at this.
No,
It's
no,
a
no. In
page
the page
list property,
downside,
right?
downside. Yeah.
Hmm?
Down, whatever it is. Okay, let's try. You're right. Maybe if we give here, it should work. Let's try. Oh no, because it's a property, it is identifying it. It's a page list
Oh,
property, right? So it's identifying, oh, you're using a list. How can you give it here?
okay.
Okay. But if it was a clipboard page, then what you told will work. Just give a page remove and give your clipboard page name, it will work. Okay, but not this way because it's an embedded page, right? It's not allowing us. Okay. Now I'm going to use a data transform for the same requirement. Copy page list to page list. Remember, first letter of every word should be capital, and same thing I'm going to do here. See, exactly the same thing. I have page remove here. Okay, the same thing I would like to do here. Remove. Which one you want to remove? PY work page or transaction list. Okay, so fine. Save. Transaction list is undefined. Okay, PY work page actually we didn't declare. Definition tab. Go to second step. What did I do here? Page copy. Okay. So there are two ways to copy the data here. Either you go for append to and append and map to. Append to means both the pages belong to same class. Yes, here both the pages belong to same class, right? Your data page belongs to data class. Transaction list also belongs to data class. So I can use append to. What is my source here? Source is my data page. Copy, paste. What is the destination? Oh, sorry, source on the right side, right? Sorry, source on the right side. You have new page means do you want to create a new page? No. Okay. Existing page. You want to copy from an existing page? Yes. Okay. Current source page means on whichever loop you are in. Okay. And for each page in iteration. You should take for each page in actually because you are in an iteration. So for each and every page in this, for each and every page in this PX results, please copy to this one. Okay. No need to use append and all like this. Save. The target and source field classes should be compatible. Are they not compatible? They are, right. Why it is throwing this error? Oh, should I declare this data page in pages and classes? That could be the reason. Let me declare it in pages and
.px
classes.
results is not required, right, Nicola?
Not required, right? Right. Let me try once. Just let me give it in pages and classes first. Okay. What's wrong? Oh, what is wrong? Actually, we give PX results as far as I remember because we are copying from one page list to another page list, right? This is required. Without this, it will not accept. See, it's not accepting. Okay, PXLs is required. However, what is wrong here? We are giving the right one. Target and source should be compatible. Why are they not compatible?
Parameters.
PY, allow me a minute. PY workpage dot. Maybe I should give this one also. Let me give this also. Oh, why did I give work class here? This is data class, right? Why did I give work class here? Okay. I don't think this is required. Leave it. That was the mistake, maybe. I gave a work class. Still, oh my goodness. Why? This is data, this is work. No, 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 no. What is wrong here? Oh shit. Why did I give MasterCard? What is this? Transaction details, right? Perfect. Okay, that's the mistake. I'm mapping something wrong in the pages and classes. Okay. So it's all like this. Okay. So py workpage.transaction list, I'm copying, okay, data from this page. And please make sure when you're using append to, both the pages should belong to same class. See, this is also data dash transaction details. and this is also dated as transaction data. That is the reason it will work. If they are both different classes, it's not going to work, and you have to use append and map too. We will cover append and map too in the next few minutes or tomorrow's session. Now save your changes. That's it, right? This is what I have done in the activity. That's it. Step 3 we commented. Just for learning, I taught you that. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is, in my section, I'm not going to use this activity because it's not good from performance point of view. I'm going to replace this one with a data transform. So go to the button, open the select search actions. I'm not going to use this one. Remove it, and instead I'm going to use this one. So same code I can write in data transform. Then why activity? Why not data transform? Have your tracers ready? Now, please make sure data transform is enabled in your tracer. Otherwise, it will not appear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 and 8, 1, 2023. I have data. Hit the search button. Oh yeah, I got the results. You can see 2 records and 2 check boxes. And in the tracer, if you go to the utmost bottom, you can see it's a data transform, no longer an activity. It's a data transform. See, data transform begin. And I was just fetching the data and I'm just copying it to py workpage dot transaction list. Any questions so far? Okay, perfect. Then one last thing we are going to do, that is, if I click on the select checkbox, only that particular row of data should be copied to a separate page list. Whatever I selected should go to a separate page list. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create another page list property, data model property. I will call it as selected transactions. So whatever transactions I have selected, I will keep them in this. Oh, I have already created that property. You guys please go ahead and create. Okay. So please create a property called as selected transactions. Where is that? Here. It is also to the same class, transaction list class. Okay. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to write down a data transform to copy this selected data into this page list. I'm going to create a data transform to copy the selected data into this page list. Data model, data transform, copy selected transactions. Okay. Now I'm going to call this to copy the data into this one. Okay. Somebody is not on mute. Please go on mute. I can hear the keyboard sounds. Okay. Now I created a data transform to copy the selected transactions into this page. Now how do I know which one is selected? How do you know which one is selected? Click on the submit button. Go to clipboard. Under PY work page, I have a page called as transaction list. Under this, you will see select is true, means this is selected. Select is false, means this is not selected. Now what I have to do in the code? Go here. Okay. So you have to loop on that page list. For each page in which page list? Transaction list page list. So for each page in why there are two? Which one I am using? Transaction list. Okay. For each page in transaction list page list, okay, I'm supposed to check whether select is true. So when select, one second, you have to select this, okay? Use the source page as your context. As of now, see, if I say dot and I say down arrow, okay, it is taking data class only. Okay, but anyways, my class properties are not coming. So use this checkbox. Okay, use source page as context. Then you say dot. You will find. Oh, why is still not coming? What is wrong? Why it is not coming? It should come. Okay, even if it is not coming, no problem. You write down when dot select is equals to true, right? That's what you want to check. If select button is true, again check this, they are in lowercase letter, guys. Please don't give T as uppercase letter. T is lowercase letter. Okay. If select is equal to true, what do you want to do? That particular row of data, you want to copy it into a different page list, right? You want to copy that into a different page list. Now, look at selected transactions. It is of data class only, right? What is this one? This is also of data class. So you can use append to, okay? But I want to teach you append and map to. You can use append to and you can copy, guys, okay? For current source page and you can say and you can copy the data. But I don't want to use append to. I want to teach you append and map to. I told you append and map to generally we use in a scenario where source and destination pages belong to different classes. But here, this is belonging to data class. This is also belonging to data class. Then why am I using append and map to? There is another scenario where we use append and map to. What is that scenario? Suppose on this page I have 5 properties. But when I'm copying, I don't want all the 5. I just only want transaction ID. Okay. So in that case also we use append and map to. Why? Because if you use append to, it will copy everything. If you have 20 properties, all 20 will be copied. I don't want all 20. I only want 1 or 2. In that case also we use append and map to. So in two scenarios we use append and map to. Source and destination pages do not belong to the same class, or out of all the properties present on the source, I want to copy only few. In two scenarios we use it. So append and map to, I'm giving my destination. What is your destination page list? That select transactions, right? Append and map to. Okay. One second. An existing page. 1 minute, guys. Which one to use here? A new page? No. Existing page. Can I say existing page here or for each? No, 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 no.
I think we can use current source page.
No, no. I should use a new page only. It's a new page, right? No. Why for each page? Because I'm looping on this already. For each page is already here. I'm selecting it is true. So it is new page only. Py work page dot whatever is your page name. It's not coming. If it is not coming, still type it, no problem. Just type the selected transactions page list here. Paste. Okay. See, I'm looping on this. I'm checking if select is true. If it is true, I'm copying to this. Append and map to this one. Hmm. What is wrong? You must specify a property of type page list. Is this not a page list? Py work page, is it not declared? Oh, I didn't declare py work page. Py work page, HDFC. Work page always your case type class, no doubt about it. Okay. Again, try to understand what we are doing. I'm looping on this page list. The loop is here. I'm checking if the select value is true or false when condition is here. Now I have to copy to a separate page list here, selected transactions. So append and map to. Why append and map to? Because I want to copy only few properties, not everything. Okay. Now what do you want to copy? Transaction ID I want to copy. From which? Transaction ID only. From transaction ID to transaction ID I'm copying. I don't want to copy the rest of the things. Okay. Save. Okay. Now your data transform is completed. Call it somewhere. Now, where are you going to call it? When I create a work object, okay, and after I select few records and I click on the submit button, only then the data should be copied, right? I don't want to copy the data whenever a person clicks on the checkbox. Okay, by end of the screen, before submitting the screen, whatever data is finally selected, okay, so upon clicking submit, whatever data is finally selected, that data I want to capture. Okay, not on click of checkbox, because I will click the checkbox 100 times. Shall I call this data transform 100 times to copy the data? No. What I want to do is, upon clicking submit, finally whatever you have selected, that data I want to copy. So I'm not going to call this data transform on clicking checkbox, because this person will enable and disable the checkbox n number of times. N number of times I'm not going to call my rule. Only upon submission, whatever is finally there, that I want to copy. So if you want to call an activity or a data transform upon submission of the screen, okay, we have to call it in the flow action. Flow action has a tab called as actions. In this, we have something called as pre-processing, post-processing. Pre-processing means before the screen loads, you want to call an activity or data transform, give it here. Post-processing means after submission of the screen, before going to the next screen, you want to call any activity or data transform, call them here. So here I'm going to call my copy selected transactions data transform, because upon submission of the screen, whatever data is finally selected, I want that data to be copied to my data page selected transactions. So now let's test and see how it is behaving. Close all other unnecessary rules. Upon hitting search, I will get some records of data. Keep your tracer handy. I'm selecting only one row of data. Click on the create button. Copy selected transactions got triggered. Okay. They will copy only one row of data, whichever has select is equals to true. Okay. You can see for transaction list of one is select equal to true. They are checking here when rule. Is select true? Yes, true it seems. So they copied the data using append and map to. For transaction list of true, they are checking is select is equal to true? No, it is false. So there is no append and map to. So they did not copy the data. Okay. Now go to PY workpage, clipboard, expand PY workpage. There is a page called as selected transactions. It's a page list. It has only transaction ID. Okay. Now let's say along with transaction ID, you want to copy anything else, please copy it. Okay. Suppose you want to copy anything. Guys, if you want a child step, keep your pointer here and click on the plus icon. If you want a parent step, keep your pointer in the parent and click on plus. Oh, what is this? See, parent 1, 2. Okay. So like this, at what level you want your step, keep your pointer there. Suppose I want after 1.1, I want 1.2. Keep your pointer in 1.1 and click on plus. Okay. Now along with transaction ID, let's say I want to copy the transaction date also, or I want to copy transaction amount. Just add like this. Keep adding whatever you want to copy, keep adding like this. Okay, and test your changes. Any questions so far? Let me quickly give you a recap. I wanted to iterate on this transaction list page list, and I want to check if the select was true. If it is true, I want to copy to a new page list called as selected transactions using Append and Map too. So I didn't use I used new page here because this is completely a new page. If you say existing page, means already some selected transactions are there, you want to append to it. Okay. Current source page means this is your current source page. Okay. If you want to append to this, we use. For each page in, I'm already iterating here, right? So why do you want to iterate again? If you're not iterating here, we give the page list here. Again, here we will give. Okay. We iterate and we copy, but we are already iterating here. So no need to give. Any questions so far? Okay, if not, that's it for today, guys. Please complete the recordings on data transform. Tomorrow, I'm going to teach you SOAP integration. Okay, yeah, we have decisions and declaratives in between. However, I want to start SOAP because right now you are comfortable with activities. So I want to continue that comfort level and start SOAP integration. So please make sure this weekend you are connecting for the live sessions. Okay, so rest, background processing are extremely important for interview point of view. So please be a part of the live sessions on this weekend. Okay, okay, guys, then see you again tomorrow. That's it for the day. Thank you so much for
Hi.
joining.
So much for joining.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, Farheen.
So Nikhila, I have one question actually. Like we were calling, we can call data transform in an activity also, right? Activity
Yes,
and
so
data
you can
transform.
call a data transform from activity, from another activity, from flow you can call, from flow action you can call, from the button clicks you can call. So I'll show you all that.
Okay.
Okay. So you can
Uh,
see, yeah, I'll cover all that in the later sessions.
okay. Okay. And we will be using the parameters also, right, Nikhila?
Yes, you can use parameters in, okay, in any upcoming examples, we can try with parameters.
Yeah, that would be great. Like I'm currently seeing that in my live project. So like they are using the parameters most of the places.
Same like you used parameters in reports, activities, data pages used parameters, right? Same way we use
Yeah.
here also.
Okay.
Anyways, I'll
Okay.
try to come up with an example with params on that.
Great. Great. Thank you.
Hello, Nikhila. Nikhila.
Padmini, are you speaking anything? Because there's some noise on your side, but I see that you're not on mute.
Nikhila, I need screen share about customer data.
Oh, yeah. Padmini, give me some time. We'll connect around like 11 o'clock. Okay, let's connect at 11, Padmini. Even I have to rush. Okay. So
Okay,
I'll ping
Nikhila.
you on WhatsApp around 11. If I don't ping you, please ping me once. Just remind me. We'll connect.
Okay, Nikhila.